Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review. I know, it's been a while, but yeah, sometimes life gets in the way. Yeah, it means you are unable to do any uploads or drink beers or any of that kind of stuff. But I'm back in Holland, uh, back with the Double Dutch, which is technically last month's episode, and we are back at Brewery de Moulin, the Windmill Brewery. We have the Hammer and Sikkel Porter at 5.2%. Very kind of dour kind of looking stuff, but pretty typical. What I do like, and I think I said that to you before, is you have a Brewery de Moulin cap, which is absolutely fantastic. And I don't know if it's gonna focus on there. Oh, there we go. You experiment, give it taste, do it all again, then you fall flat on your face, pick yourself back up till feeling you experience, that's it, the tingling sensation. It's beer, it's our passion. Menno Oliver, who I believe has got something to do with beer, which is all cool. And because I have the magazine, I have also got some tasting notes in there. It says it's malty. There's absolutely shed loads of stuff in there. Barley malt, caramel malt, roasted barley, brown malt, and oats, and all sorts of goodness. It is a porter, not a stout, but you could argue there's not that much difference between the two these days. And I am back using my clog bottle opener and the Gad's tulip glass, which is always good. Now this has not been in, oh look at that smoke just coming out of there, has not been in the fridge. And it is a very warm day, hence my hat that has a feather in, the feather dedicated to Eric the Seagull. That is a story which I will not tell you today, but wow. Yeah, needless to say, Eric unfortunately is no longer with us. There we go. Hammer and Sikkel. Oh, it's not a Gad's, it's a Brewery de Moulin. Look at that, really, really dark. If you just look right at the bottom, you can see the kind of chestnut brown. But yeah, no looking through there. Headwise, just under a finger. And lovely kind of creamy brown looking head. Oh, we're getting coffee. A lot of coffee, a lot of roastness. Touch of chocolate, maybe. A little bit of sweetness there too, that I'm getting on the aroma. Some people say to me, how can you get sweetness on the aroma? It's weird because your nose and your mouth are obviously connected together. And aromas do influence your taste. So, yeah, that's my nonsense that I'm sticking to. Guys, cheers and beers. Summer is definitely here. And yeah, we'll be drinking some more. That said, I am drinking a dark beer today, and that kind of goes against my usual drinking dark beers in in the autumn and winter. I've got so many dark beers. I've got such a backlog. I thought, I'll stick to matching up the Brewery de Moulin with the one that I did last time. Oh, quite good carbonation, bitterness. Then we get the roastness, coffee, then the bitter chocolate. Definitely bitter chocolate then. Bit of graininess there. Also getting a lovely silky smoothness that's probably coming from the oats. no idea of what hops are in here, and because porters and stouts, you can't really taste the hops anyway. I mean, some mild, possibly you can, black IPAs, that kind of stuff, but not in porters and stouts. Oh, lovely and smooth, and deep finish of coffee and chocolate. I can also kind of taste, well, I think I can taste the cleanliness of the water, which is weird, but the water tends, well, for brewing, you've heard of terroir in winemaking, i.e., the taste of the region or the taste of the soil, the roots of where you are. And for brewing, that really comes through with the water, unless you make additions. But most big breweries, believe it or not, do not make that much, that many alterations because it would cost them far too much money. Um, and especially a lot of the traditional ones, Belgium, Holland, parts of the UK. If you're in a good water area, you brew the beers to your area. Um, Home brewers, on the other hand, and smaller breweries do make a lot of adjustments to their water. Um, Reverse osmosis as a basis without anything, and then they add salts, acids, all kinds of weird stuff to their water. But the really big breweries don't bother. Um, oh, that sweetness is there too. Well, my hat does seem to be riding back off. And for those of you, you might have noticed that I've had a wee bit of a haircut too. Another reason why I've got this hat on, because it looks absolutely terrible. Shall I show you? Go on. I mean, it's short, but you know, that's what happens when you're a bald man. You cannot get a good haircut. You don't get any discount for being bald, and the barbers do laugh at you, which, alas, is one of the realities of my life. Get laughed at a lot. It could drive a man to drink. And when I'm drinking beers like this, life is good. Look at that. I love the lacing you get. I really do think oats and things like that, wheat to some degree, does really, really help with not only the mouthfeel and that silky smoothness, but it helps with the foam, the head, the retention, and the lacing on the glass. And it does happen with pale ales too, especially with NEPAs and West Coast IPAs as well, where they use a little bit of oat in there. It really, really does, good things to beer. Anyway, Hammer and Sickle, we're not really talking about the kind of Russian influence. I'm not 100% sure why they've done that and whether porters were a thing. I mean, Baltic porters and imperial porters, yes. And obviously Russian imperial stout. However, this is not an imperial at all. 5.2 on the ABV is not that strong. Didn't really taste that strong either. Not 100% sure what the link to the Hammer and Sickle is, and it doesn't have anything apart from that utilitarian kind of very plain kind of logo. But that was the same with the pale ale that I had as well. Brewery de Molen. If you're in Holland, or if you get some Dutch, any contact with Dutch, like a restaurant or something, or you know someone, Breweries in Milan make some really fantastic beers, and they are not very big. And as I discovered, not very old either. They've only been, I think, 15, 16 years in operation. So, yeah, this side of the millennium. Um, which is interesting because when you think of a traditional kind of windmill brewery, you get, you think, oh, at least a couple of 100 years old, but not at all. Still a teenager in brewing years. I always like to give you a few little facts about the brewery, but that beer, really, really nice. Is it the best porter I've had? No, but not the worst either. It's a good example, definitely. We'll be getting sort of 3.5 to 4 out of 5, I'd say. If I was doing scores, which a lot of people do, I don't so much. If you want to follow me on Untapped, you will definitely see that I do give all my reviews on their scores, including this beer. And if you want to follow me, that's fantastic. While you're in the following mood, you could always follow me on YouTube as well. And click like if you've liked this video, because it does help the metrics. As a lot of people say, YouTube is a bit weird of late. Oh, the other thing is, a lot of people said, "Oh, why aren't you using your intros and your music anymore?" They want an old computer, and which, pardon me, quite well carbonated, as I said before. Which the video software I was using to edit the videos is no longer current. But I could probably dig out the intros, and maybe I'll start doing that again. I know some of my videos got striked because of the music, which was really weird because I used music from like ages ago, not current popular music at all, from the 70s, and I think one of them's even from the 50s. Anyhow, I'm rambling on. It's been 12 minutes. So you guys probably want to go and get some beer for yourself. This has been Uncle Jonah, drinking beers with you on a lovely summer's day. And hopefully you've appreciated it, and you'll join me for another beer tasting and a voyage into more beer on Uncle Jonah's beer review channel. Take care, guys, and whatever you do, drink some beer.